Okay, the next thing we need to talk about is political socialization. Or another way of saying this is, where do you get your ideas about politics? The process through which we acquire our political orientation. Now, this begins to set with age. As we get older, the more unlikely we are to change our attitudes. Young folks are much more likely to change their attitude towards politics over the course of their life, whereas old folks have pretty much made up their mind. Now, where do our political ideas come from? Well, the family is one of the three main sources. I have students all the time talking to, well, my dad said this or my mom thinks that, and this is clearly shaping the way they view politics. That's something I interact with constantly. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that chart. It's in your book. Check it out. The mass media. We watch TV. You may watch The Daily Show, or just the other day, my daughter was watching a cartoon, and in the cartoon, it was all about sharing and how we have to take care of other people. Or she might be watching recently, SpongeBob SquarePants came under fire because he made an episode about the oceans being polluted, and a lot of conservatives were saying, "Oh, they're brainwashing our children with all these ideas about pollution and how bad it is for the world." So it's not just sitting down and watching the news. It is all kinds of sources. Avatar, for example, which is one of the most popular movies of all time, is very clearly about environmental issues. So even when you may not think you're gaining attitudes about politics, you might be. One of the reasons I mentioned earlier that there are these issues with sharp age divides is because there came a point when me growing up and you guys growing up begin to see lots of stuff on TV about how it's wrong to be racist or it's wrong to discriminate against people because they're gay, and that may have been kids programming, but nonetheless it began to shape our political ideas, and it shaped your political ideas. The third great factor is school. The original point of school in this country was to socialize people into a political culture, that being the political culture of America. And of course, there's still a lot of debate about this today. I may say something in school that people take as me trying to turn you into a liberal or a conservative or whatever. And people might get very angry about this. Better educated citizens are more likely to vote and are more knowledgeable about politics and policy. But it is also fairly clear that what you are exposed to in school, whether it be in the classroom or through your friends and classmates or through extracurriculars you participate in, can really shape your ideology, the way you view the world and what you think about politics. One of the things I've talked about in class a lot is how turnout increases with age. As you see here, people between the ages of 18 and 20, only 17% showed up and voted in 2006. Where this continues up and up and up and up until you get to the highest groups, which is 65 to 84, where almost 2/3 of these folks are voting. Now, health issues begin to kick in past 84, and that drops down to 51%. But that's still the higher than any group below 55. And, I started our class by talking about the government responds to people who vote, and here's the chart proving it. The government is going to do what those people want because they're the ones participating.